for joining us. 2,000 Twin Ports nurses' contracts expire at the end of this month, and a deal is not in sight. Northern News Now's Madison Green is live for us outside a noisy Essentia Health, where the healthcare workers are picketing amid negotiations. Madison, what are those nurses out there asking for tonight?
Dan, since I've been here, I've spoken to several essential nurses who say staffing shortages continues to be a concern, and essential leaders aren't very open during negotiations. Now, the hospital denies that, saying it's the MNA, who represents all of these nurses, that isn't putting their energy into the negotiations right now. Earlier today, Aspirus St. nurses, also negotiating contracts, also picketed, saying management just isn't listening to them.
I didn't want to be here today. I didn't want to do this again.
Larissa Hubbard, a nurse at Aspirus St. Luke's, says they are picketing because they are asking management for the same thing they did in 2022, safe staffing ratios.
St. Luke's simply doesn't hire enough nurses to take care of the patients that we have. They don't have a way to cover for vacation or sick time or even to do our education.
Aspirus St. Luke's leadership says they cannot agree to the nurses' ratio terms.
They fail to recognize the complexity of the care provided in a hospital. It reduces nurses and patients to a number.
Dr. Nick Van Deelen says he hopes to come to an agreement before the contract expiration date, and it's the Minnesota Nurses Association who is dragging their feet.
Union leadership has had 6 weeks to share their full economic proposal with us. We're still waiting.
Van Deelen says he doesn't believe the nurses will strike if a deal is not reached in time, as that will only hurt the patients. There are only 2 more sessions scheduled for negotiations between Aspirus St. Luke's leaders and hospital staff as of right now, before contracts are set to end on June 30th, Dan.
All right, no one wants a repeat of what happened here 3 years ago. Madison Green live for us tonight in Duluth. Thank you, Madison. And coming up tonight at 10, hear from Essentia nurses and staff and why they say they've not reached an agreement yet.